Alright, welcome back. Let's do question 3. The graphs of f and g have been sketched on the set of axes below. F of x is equal to log of x plus 2 to base m. G of x is equal to negative x plus 4, which is a straight line here. And then this is the logarithmic function of f of x. B and C are the x and y intercepts of the graph of f respectively. So this is B and C there. The coordinates of A are 3 and 1, we have there. Then A lies on both F and G. It means A is the point of intersection here. The dotted line through D, this line, the vertical line, with the equation x is equal to negative 2, is the asymptote for F. Right now, f of x is log of x plus 2 to base m. Determine the value of m. Right. So what do we do here? You can substitute any point on the function f of x. So we have point A, where x is 3 and y is 1. So we substitute where this f of x we put 1, where this x we're going to put 3. So it becomes log 3 plus 2, right, base m, right? So we have substituted our x and our y. We change this from logarithmic form to exponential form. This is our base, remember, then this is the exponent. So meaning that m to the power 1 is equal to 3 plus 2. M is equal to 5, meaning that the equation of f of x is log of x plus 2 to base 5. Okay, right. Then let's do B. Determine the coordinates of B and C if m is equal to 5. Okay, we just found that m is equal to 5, so meaning that f of x is equal to log of x plus 2 to base 5, right? Now we need to find the coordinates of B and C. Let's start with B. At B is the x-intercept. At the x-intercept, we know that y is equal to 0. So where there's f of x, we put 0, and then we solve for x. So meaning that 0 is equal to log of x plus 2 to base 5, right? So this is the base, this is the exponent. So we change this from logarithmic form to exponential form. This is 5 to the power 0 is equal to, because this is the base and this is the exponent, and then this is argument. Then 5 to the power 0 is equal to x plus 2. But 5 to the power 0 is 1, so 1 is equal to x plus 2. And then we can subtract 2 from both sides of the equation. We get that x is equal to negative 1. So meaning that the coordinates of B are negative 1, 0. Right, what about C? C is the y-intercept, meaning that the x is equal to 0. So where there's x, we put 0. So it becomes y is equal to log 0 plus 2. Because where there's x, we put 0. And then we know that c is the y-intercept to base what? To base 5. So now we have y is equal to log of 2 to base 5. Then you can put this in the calculator. In your calculator, check there's a function like this. You can use this function and then put 2 there, put 5 there, equals. And you must get y is equal to 0.43 something. So round it off to one decimal place, this is 0.4. Or you can say log 2 divided by log 5. That will give you y. That's another way of doing it. Then you can get 0.4. Actually, you get 0.430676558 Then you can round off this to one decimal place because this is 3, so this remains as 4 if it's one decimal place. If it's two decimal places, it's 0.43. C. For what values of x is f of x less than or equal to g of x. Right, at point A, f of x is equal to g of x. The dotted line here, the asymptote is x is equal to -2. Now between this point, -2 and 3, between these 2 points, see that between these 2 points, this is where f of x is below g of x. This is g of x. Right, between these two x values, x is equal to -2 and 3. This is where f of x is below g of x. But we have to be careful here. X cannot be -2 because at x is equal to -2, that's where we have the asymptote. F of x is less than g of x when x is from -2, not included because we have the asymptote there, to 3 included. We can write it like this. So x is greater than -2 but less than or equal to 3. That's the solution there. And then D, on the same set of axes, sketch the graphs of the inverse of f, label the intercepts, the asymptote, and the point where the two graphs meet, where the inverse of f of x meets g of x. We have our asymptote x is equal to -2. Remember, when it comes to the inverse, we just interchange x and y. Where there's x, we put y. So it means our asymptote now would become y is equal to -2. Okay, for the inverse. So the asymptote is y is equal to -2. That's the asymptote there, right? And then we've indicated the asymptote, and then the intercepts. What is going to happen here? So we have this point where g of x meets f of x. So for the inverse, 3, 1 will become 1, 3. X becomes y, y becomes x. So we interchange x and y. So it becomes 1, 3. So it means this one is a point 1, 3. Point C there, okay, this is 0 and then 0, 4. So it becomes 0, 4 and 0. X becomes y, y becomes x. Okay, that is the other point. And then B, -1, 0. So it means the point becomes 0 and -1, which is this part here. And then now with this, we can easily sketch our function. Let me erase this, write it somewhere. Right, so this is the inverse of f. Sketch the inverse of f. I think this is the easiest way of doing it, right? But what you can do, we know that f of x is equal to log of x plus 2 and then to base 5. You can do the whole process of interchanging. Where there's y, put x. Where there's x, you put y. Becomes x is equal to log y plus 2 to base 5, right? And then we can change now, make y the subject. What we do is 5 to the power x is equal to y plus 2, right? And then we say y is equal to 5 to the power x minus 2. And then you sketch this graph. That's another way of doing it. And then you can substitute. Where there's x, you put 0 here. And then where there's x, you put 1 there to get this point. And then this one you can solve for the x-intercept. And then you sketch the graph. That's another way of doing it.